So a much more even reaction time, and then everything we'd expect from these two, you know, super professional driving through the first couple of corners.
Yeah, super job. You can see them leaving the room for each other and managing to get themselves in and settled, and not too much fighting, just trying to get the lap times down, really.
Is this a mistake from Kevin? Yeah, so he just gets slightly too deep on the brakes, and then when you're trying to rotate the car on the handbrake, you're out in the dirt as well. So it's like a double mistake from Kevin Hansen in that one corner. That's not to say that can't be a competitive time. Kevin Hansen takes the first World RX race here in Barcelona. Timmer, we know he's rapid. We just got to get it together over the course of a whole weekend, and he's happy with that as a start. You know, he's just behind Kevin. 10 cars still to come, but I think we're going to see Timmer up towards the top of the timesheets.
Yeah, definitely, and we've seen the potential of the Hyundai i20 as well. So, Bennett
so
running.
Bennett's, maybe Bennett nudged the barrier. So there, Bennett did make a mistake. That was where Scheider got through. I reckon he maybe hit the wall earlier and broke the steering and made it round to here. But this is the merge. Watch Baciuska. Scheider comes up. Scheider kind of goes tight, but can't get the car in tight enough. Baciuska has a look, and then he just gets up the inside. I think Scheider's move's fair. What do you think?
Yeah, very fair. He had more of his. He had at least 50% of his car up the inside of him before contact was made, and you know, I think it's just one of those cases of rubbing his racing.
So this is Timmy. He didn't get the best start, but Dan, this move was mega.
Yeah, so just backing himself out of the situation and just getting the undercut, and you can see clear past Gronholm and even challenging Shisha into the next corner.
And we can watch on board from Chris Hoy. Look at this. Hansen super off there. And in fact, Chris Hoy did a great job there in turn 1-2, being super patient on the throttle to try and get up the inside. Having been last off the grid, having followed that jump start. So we think Chris also had a misfire mid-race, which cleared later on. Now, Hansen mentioned one mistake. Did you grab what it was? Other than, for me, he was too defensive on the Joker exit.
I think that was what he was saying was the mistake he made here, was it? So, yeah, I mean, I didn't clock anything.
For me he was slightly too defensive, and then Shisha was right behind him.
I think you could see there he short-shifted the car to try and keep it tight, but he short-shifted slightly too early, and it just bogged down. And you could see there the car bogged, and he wasn't able to get the getaway.
Yes, Dan Rook, nicely done. But nicely done from Timmy as well. He takes the win, and with it, fastest time so far. Forceful stuff there. Karai, I think, was slightly early on the brakes. If he'd been a bit later, Baccarat there would have had more contact in turn 1. That was a tiny nudge, and that was fair. Tiny nudge, because on his left, look, Karai, Balmanis had really closed the door too, so aggressive start.
Yeah, but, you know, fantastic for Balmanis to manage to get himself away. He obviously got a good start and tried to carry the momentum around the outside. Just obviously put the squeeze on Andreas and Karai there, but managing to get away with it, thankfully, and getting on in front.
Baccarat opting to Joker on lap 3. You can see Derrida there was all over the back of Karai in front of him. A little nudge, in fact. So I'd say Derrida's quicker than Karai. Again, Derrida, new to a supercar. He'd would need to follow someone like Baccarat himself. And unfortunately, with the jump start and 2 Jokers, that wasn't going to happen for him this time out. So this was Baccarat in the last corner. We were on board with him at that point. It wasn't too bad. I know what he's trying to do there. He's trying to straighten out early and get on the gas for the line, but it just over-rotated a little bit. Race 1 of Q2 then, all about Anton Markland trying to make up that time. Dan, a fantastic performance, really got the job done, needed the whole shot. Once he was out front, no messing about.
Yeah, so thankfully the GCK Megane delivered on his launch this time around. But yeah, so he really managed to go out and get the job done and put in a solid time to base off to the rest of them.
Oh, around the left-hander there, just a little clip on the barrier, but Markland, I say, only tiny. And when we criticise these guys, you know, I mean, Dan, you've operated at this level. I haven't, you know, that's fine. But when we criticise them, we know there's just a tiny bit more there. And Markland, I think, has the pace to be winning there.
Yeah, no, we don't know here. We're going to see the instant there where we thought we saw Parsonen was going to get up the inside.
Oh, he was coming in hot, wasn't he? Looking at the reverse angle, Parsonen was coming in hot big time.
So, yeah, unfortunately for him, getting tied up. But, yeah, Scheider making a good call with a Joker lap to manage to overlap
Baciuska, yeah.
So
this was Karai going into the Joker lap. And at this point, of course, Scheider was still chasing Baciuska down. We saw Baciuska pretty sideways at the bottom, hairpin. Karai around the outside. Derrida could have run that a bit wide, but then Karai probably would have just chopped underneath him. Close between those two. And this finally, Bachivska, listen for the rev limiter. There it was. So Bachivska lights it up just a little bit too early, and it's not enough. Scheider understeering over the line, but fastest so far. On board with Gronholm. Gronholm did not get a good start.
Sorry, I just hearing on board Gronholm's car there, it sounded like he had a problem with the car. He's just rev limiter, trying to pull gears and just hitting the rev limiter. It doesn't, like, something's not quite engaging in there. I'm not sure what was going on.
So maybe an issue with Gronholm then, which might explain. I mean, he's not exactly miles off, is he? But he's not where we maybe expect it to be. The car looks great, as you say, but definitely not ideal at the start. He had an issue at the start, didn't he? I'm sure at the last round. So this was Sabo leading Gronholm on the big chase. But there wasn't enough time to make it up. Semi-final had a problem with the start, so I wonder if that's a recurring issue. Come the merge, managing not to get too stuck in. Balmanis, super job to keep it tidy and tight on the inside. You've got to force them to go the long way round you, Dan, if you want to hold them off.
Yeah, exactly. If they've got the extra speed and the inside line, then you're probably not going to stand a chance to block them off of the Joker.
Sabo takes it, and he is currently the leader in Q2. From the final race of Q2, Timmy Hansen on the inside with a good start. Timmer had a great start here, and I thought, at this point, Timmer had got it. But he just looking sideways all the way, isn't he, through the long left-hander, and Timmy's just got the car straight and gone. Yeah, so where Timmy's just got himself straight, you can see here, Timmy's driving straight, and you can see the angle that Timozhanov has got whilst he's trying to pull out the corner. So, you know, wasted energy with the car just sliding. Hell of a drift, though, give him that. You know, you get good marks for that in Formula B. It was a long way back, wasn't it? He came from points. Yeah, very much. Send it, skids. Timmy over the jump. Behind him. For me, the first lap, Timmer looked like he was right on the back of Timmy, and then Timmy was like 2 tenths quicker, 2 tenths quicker. I mean, it's just amazing. It really is. 3 fastest laps in a row for Timmy Hansen, followed by a very good Joker indeed. There's the merge. Timozhanov unable to do anything about Kevin in front of him. Top 3 are the same in Q2 as they were in Q1, and Timmy Hansen is your overnight TQ again. 2 session wins for Timmy Hansen from his brother Kevin, from Timozhanov, and in fact, look, Andreas Backrud showing up there in 4th as well. So now, of course, Backrud was 5th twice, so 239 points for him. So he was 5th twice, but that consistency is enough to see him in 4th, ahead of Sabo and Shisharit, who both took turns, look, with their 40-point scores of being in 4th place. But the top 3, the same in both sessions. Your top 8, Hansen, Timozhanov, Backrud, Sabo, Raymond, Balmanis, and Shisharit. Gronholm is in 9th, Scheider 10th, Bachivska is 11th, Liam Doran down in 12th place. At the minute, it's Karai, Derrida, Hoy and Parsonen missing out.